everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's Carly here and I'm back with another Monday review. Sorry if you can hear the grass being cut outside. We have to film. So anyways, I'm reviewing the new Fenty Skin Tint today. Super excited to review this, so let's get into it. Okay, so I feel like everyone and their mom picked this up during the Sephora sale, as did Britta and I, because it was a really exciting launch. We both had never really purchased any complexion products from Fenty. They just never really seemed like something that I would enjoy, but I love Skin Tint, so I was really excited when they released this. And there's 25 shades, which is really great. I'll get into the coverage level, but it's really light coverage, so I do feel like the 25 shades could definitely span like all skin tones. It's a really good range for the amount of coverage this product has. And it's $29.50 for 1.08 ounces. So not like a ton of product, but I actually feel like that's a really good price. Much like all of Fenty's products, they're priced pretty competitively compared to the rest of the products like in the same category. So like I said, there's 25 shades. It was really hard to choose a shade, honestly, because I ordered this right when the product came out, so there wasn't a ton of reviews. And I do feel like the photos on Sephora for some reason are like not deceiving, but it's just really hard to tell what shade for this specific product I would be. But I ended up going with number 4, which is described as a light medium with cool undertones. And I'm generally like a light neutral undertones, but I wanted it to be a little bit darker as opposed to a little bit lighter than my skin tone, just with summer coming up. And you know, I just like to add a little bit of color to my face. And I actually love the shade. I was really pleasantly surprised. A lot of times skin tints end up looking really warm on my skin for some reason, but I feel like this one doesn't do that, and it's a really beautiful shade. So really happy I went with shade number 4. Okay, the product comes in this cute little custom tottle. It's kind of like a diamond shape, like a lot of Fenty's packaging. And a tottle is basically like a rigid tube. And then it has, you know, like a needle nose applicator. So it's really easy to dispense the product because you just sort of squeeze, and it's pretty fluid, so it comes out. You'll see in the clip that I demo the product, I dispense it to show you. But it's really easy. I actually don't think it's overly messy. Like, sure, there's some in the cap, but it's not crazy messy compared to other skin tints like the ILIA that gets really messy with that dropper. I feel like the packaging is pretty clean, and I just love how it feels in the hands. Okay, so the claims on this guy, it really doesn't say much on Sephora. It just says a lightweight, buildable, light to medium coverage skin tint that leaves skin looking blurred and smooth in flexible shades for all. So I definitely agree with the lightweight claim. I have it on right now, and I've been wearing it for like over a week every day, and I feel like you really can't feel it on your skin. It feels super lightweight and comfortable, and no way is it like uncomfortable or like feels cakey. It's just a really comfortable product. For the coverage level, it says buildable light to medium coverage. I don't really find that this is super buildable. I just get light coverage, and it's a really beautiful level of coverage in my opinion. I think that it's, you know, even maybe slightly less coverage than the ILIA skin tint. I feel like when I start to build it up, I do get a little bit more coverage. Like you'll see in the clip, I sort of build it up more here. But I don't find that you can ever really get to like medium coverage. To me, medium coverage is like a lot of my favorite actual foundations. I find this to be like a true light coverage, but it definitely covers redness. It covers even blemishes a little bit, any sort of like tiny imperfections, but your skin still shines through, which is my favorite level of coverage, so I really love it. But I don't know if I would for sure say it can be built to medium coverage, so if you really like medium coverage, I don't know if this would be enough for you. Okay, then it says leave skin looking blurred and smooth in flexible shades for all. I definitely think my favorite thing about this product is that it really does leave your skin looking really smooth and blurred. I was really surprised by that. I feel like a lot of skin tints, you know, they look super glowy and beautiful, but they definitely don't add any sort of like smoothing effect to the skin, and this one does, which is a really great like point of difference for a skin tint that I've never really seen before. So it really does smooth your pores in my opinion. Like, I feel like it leaves a really beautiful canvas for all like my cream products on top, and it does, even though it's like more, I wouldn't even really say matte, but because it has like a little bit more of that like smoothing element, I was worried that like my dewy cream products wouldn't really go on top of it well, but everything, like I have cream bronzer, cream blush, and cream highlighter on today, and everything goes on top of it just fine. I really haven't had issues. I've used a lot of different products on top, and it really still blends in seamlessly while that like smooth base really stays intact. Okay, now we'll get into the demo so you can kind of see how I apply it. So I tried this with my fingers and a brush. I have not tried it with a sponge. I wouldn't try it with a sponge. This is really fluid, so I feel like it would just soak up a lot of the product. But I didn't even really like it with my fingers, which I was surprised because I usually like skin tints applied with my fingers. But I definitely prefer to brush. I feel like you get the most coverage that way, and it's so quick to blend. That's one of the best things about this product. I really just like dab it all over my face and use my IT Cosmetics Love is a Foundation brush, which I think is now limited edition or discontinued. But anyways, it's a great foundation brush, and I use that to blend it in, and I can blend it in seconds, and it looks really flawless. I don't find that I have any brush streaks left over. I find it to look, like I said, really smooth and just like a quick, easy base. And yeah, I just really love how it blends in with the brush. You'll see in the clip, my skin looks pretty dewy. I have a sunscreen underneath that leaves my skin, you know, relatively dewy. And I just wanted to show you that, like, I feel like this product really sort of takes on what's underneath it because the coverage is so low, but then adds, like I said, that smoothing effect. Like, my sunscreen definitely doesn't add a smoothing effect, but it has a little bit of dewiness. So by putting this on top, I feel like my skin still looks a little dewy, but it has that, like, extra smoothing from the skin tint, which I really love. But I have worn this, you know, without that sunscreen step, and then it looks like slightly more matte. But still, I would not call it like a flat matte. I've seen a lot of videos recently where people had, like, this looked really dry on their skin, which is really unfortunate because I'm really not seeing that. So I feel like it just sort of depends on your skin type. If you have really dry skin, I feel like this wouldn't be for you because it might, because of the, I don't know what's in it. I assume like silicones or something that's making it really smoothing could grab onto those dry patches and not look so pleasant. But I have really enjoyed it on my skin. I feel like it, like I said, it just sort of takes on what you have underneath in that sort of finish and looks really beautiful, and it lasts all day. I think that's my favorite thing about this is, like, I wore it all day yesterday and I didn't even want to take my makeup off. I felt like it still looked so good, and it was like an entire day, like 10 hours, and I was just really impressed that this lasted. And yeah, you'll see in the demo that I also wanted to show you how my skin looks up close so you can see. And I filmed this part on my phone, so I think you can get a good idea though that it doesn't look dry. It just kind of looks like my skin with a little bit of extra color and smoothness. So I really love how this looks, and like I said, it blends out so quickly. I can't really say enough good things about it. I really like it. I feel like it's different than what I expected. I expected to have a little more coverage, and I actually expected it to be a little more matte, but I am pleasantly surprised. I feel like the coverage level is light, which I really love, and it definitely, like I said, is a little more matte than other skin tints I love, like the ILIA or even like the Say Slip Cover that is super dewy. It's definitely more matte than those, but it's not overly matte in my opinion. And yeah, I really like this product. So if you've tried this, let me know, because I have seen, like I said, a lot of different sort of like polarizing reviews on this. And I'm just curious what everyone else thinks. I want to know your thoughts on this new product. Just let me know down below.